and welcome to another episode of the Produce Department. I am your host, Eddie Dynamite, and man, we got a super one for you tonight. From Charleston back streets to laptops humming with melody, our next guest begin building sonic temples, producing for rappers, singers, dancers, and dreamers. From soulful instruments to high-octane rap features, he carved the niche as an indie force, producing for artists nationwide and honing his craft early on. His beats move through genres like he moved through life, smooth, unexpected, with a hint of danger. Hip-hop, R&B, dancehall, pop, gospel. Raised between the pew and the pavement, he didn't just make beats, he survived through them. He baptized his trauma in reverb, he chopped his pain into samples, he laced his prayers with hi-hats. But then something shifted. It wasn't just about beats anymore. The streets no longer fed the fire. They left him hungry for something real. So he stepped back, he prayed, he listened, and then he started again. Now he's writing a whole new chapter telling stories of faith, healing, and redemption. Still fire, still truth, but now with purpose covered in grace. This is a story of a man who turned the studio into a sanctuary, a vessel not for the industry, but for God. Still gritty, still southern, still dangerous with the beats, but now he got angels watching the booth. Tonight we meet the man behind the moniker, the hustler, the healer, the hood symphonist. This is Mossberg, Montana. Welcome to the show, brother. What's happening with your family?
What's happening, man? Appreciate that intro too, man. That's fire, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, like I said in the green room, man. Hey, I got much love and much respect for you, man. And I gotta put it down like that. You know what I mean? Like they gotta know before we even get started what time it is. You know what I'm talking about? So
Sure.
hey, so I know you're a busy man, you know what I mean? So we gonna start off from the beginning. So Mossberg, man, tell me about your early life in Charleston, man. Tell me what's the sights and sounds and experience that shape you before you even touch the keyboard, brother.
Man, listen, started off, man, like I want to say like 9 or 10 years old, man. I had the opportunity to live across the street. I'm from Ashleyville, West Ashleyville, and I had the opportunity to live across the street for some very talented twins, man, Ryan and Brian Bramell. And I mean, these guys were like next level. They already were harmonizing, rapping, you know what I'm saying, doing that stuff when I was a jit. And I just kind of took a liking to it. I actually had a whole neighborhood full of artists, and music was very influential in our neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And man, I just took a liking to it, man. It seemed like it was something fun. It was something dope. And man, I went from there. Man, I started rapping with them when I was young. They used to write my raps, and then after a while, I started writing my own raps. And my little brother was born. My little brother 10 years younger than me, so when he was like 1 and I was like 11, he had a little keyboard, and I used to kind of like remake little stuff that I would listen to at the time because I just was getting on like Hot Boys and No Limit and stuff like that, and I started kind of actually mimic some of the sounds that we were listening to the songs and stuff, and from there it was up, man. It was up, bro.
Right. So at this time was what was your first really connection to music? Was it rap? Was it R&B? Was it gospel? Was your mom's playing music in the house? What how was that? How did you really get deep into that music to say, okay, this is a genre that I really like, besides the situation with your brother?
it really it really started off as rap, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course,
Mhm.
I'm a Cash Money fan. Cash Money, No Limit. I grew up off that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Him, like, I remember being young and dancing to Puff Daddy and all that stuff, and then something just switched. You know what I'm saying? A switch happened, and I just wanted to get into gangster music. And I, like I said, I loved how Cash Money and No Limit used to put their stuff together, and I was like,
Right,
man, this this different, and it took off from there. So shout out
right.
to No
Yeah,
Limit.
shout out to them. Yeah, that was, man, that early Cash Money No Limit. That was the heat, man. They was dropping units every Tuesday. It was a CD dropping.
Remember looking at the back of the CD? I remember, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's definitely legendary. So at the time, with you with the keyboard mimicking the beats, what was the time? Did you ever get a chance where you got a actual beat machine, or were you just working off the keyboard for a little bit?
I was on the keyboard maybe till like 14 or 15.
Mm, mm.
I remember my grandmama took me to a pawn shop. That's when I got my hand on my first beat machine. And I used to
Uh,
carry it around with me so much, man. And I started just making some sounds off that. And I played with that for a while. And then I moved to North Charleston. And a
mm-hmm.
partner of mine that put me on Fruity Loops. And once I got on Fruity Loops at FL Studio,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, it was over with. I was like, oh, this is different. You
Right.
know, so,
Right.
yeah, I was like about 18, 19. And
Right. So I missed what you said. So when you wait, you said where did your grandma go? Where did you go to the pawn shop to get that first beat machine?
was on King Street somewhere, man. I think I don't know if it was Money Man or something like that. I remember it was like a instrument like pawn shop, man. They had like saxophones, had all type of stuff. And like Pastor Troy said, I had a beat machine about the size of a calculator, man. It couldn't have been no bigger than my hand. Had
Mm.
no sound, that one little pass sound, but boy, I've been dumbing off that thing, walk around with headphones and then just having fun with it,
Did you have it hooked up to any type of machinery, or was just like just something that you it could just headphone type thing?
Just headphones, man. One sound. Back in the day, the beat machine had one sound. They didn't even had a piano. Just one sound and drums, bro. That's it, bro.
Damn, dang, that's crazy.
Yep.
Wow. So
Yeah.
could you record any beats on there, like save any beats on there, but it all was just making and just a fresh one every time?
It was like you could have saved it, but it wasn't really, I didn't really know anything about like actually putting it down and really like doing anything with it at the time. It was just creating sounds and freestyling off it and just being amp up about that, what I'm saying?
Right. Did you have some partners like that was rapping around you? They were like, man, shit, hey, listen, hey, I got hey, every time you was putting something, they had to spit to it or rap to it.
Course, I had a hood full of partners, I'm saying, but we didn't know anything about no studios. I didn't know anything about going to Twin D or anything like that at the time. It was
Right,
just,
right,
probably just sitting in the hood, just chilling on my granny porch, making beats while we were just doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? And
right. Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Was it so? Did was it any of your partners that were doing any music that made you say, man, I need to really get more serious about it, or you yourself just decided to say, man, you know what, I'm loving this now. I need to take it to the next level. And before you answer that, what was the next level after having that machine? Was you motivated to go get another beat machine? How did that go? What was the next step?
well, like I said, when I came to North Charleston, they were moving a little different. You know what I'm saying? Not for FL Studio, just that came out. Actually, I had a partner of mine I used to chill with, and he had took me to a studio behind churches. And I remember I freestyle a song back there, you know what I'm saying? That's the first time I actually been in the studio. And I had freestyle a song, you know what I'm saying? And it just came out fire. He made the beat in front of me, my homeboy, I paid him to record
Mm.
it, freestyle a whole song. And that right there just took me to a whole nother level. I was like, yeah, this what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So from there it was up.
Right. Did your family at the time? Did your family nurture what you was doing? You know what I'm saying? Were they behind you, support you?
No, not much really, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't really look at it like that at that time, you know what I'm saying? I was just hungry. You
Right,
know, I was just it was fun, you know what I'm
right.
saying? Fun at that
Hmm.
time, really worried about that. I never really had the support, you know what I'm saying? I'm knocking, my family, nothing like that, but it was just more like just me, you know what I'm saying, and the people around me at that time.
Right. But Eddie, because you got to be real strong will in the music. That's the reason why I asked that, because of your progression and your elevation just through the years. You know what I mean? Especially for you saying without no support or hardly any support, that's a strong minded, a strong person that show that you are focused on what you got going on. Because a lot with this music, man, that's a lot that's not really spotlighted, because a lot of us, man, especially the young brothers, man, we not supported when it comes to this music. The rap is such a stigma on
Right,
top of the music, you know what I'm saying? And they try to put that on you. Oh man, you doing this, you need to be doing something else, so yada yada, because that's their path, you know what I'm saying? They want you to get to the same thing, and it don't go like that, you know what I mean? Just because, and I always tell people, I said, just because you don't personally maybe have a something that you hobby or something else that you have outside of just working and living, don't
mhm,
knock the next man. You know what I'm saying? Support what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to do something else. You know what I mean?
right. Absolutely right. You're absolutely right, bro.
Real, real. So I read something that you celebrated your 18th birthday having produced over 1,500 beats. Is that true?
1500? No, it was
Mhm.
my 18th birthday or my 18th year.
18th year.
That sound about right. I'm up there in them numbers. I lost
Mm.
count a while, but that sound right.
I
I'm
didn't
pretty
mean
sure
to
I'm a
say birthday. I meant to say year. Right, 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 right. That's man. That's a lot of day beats.
that's a lot. Yes, bro. And
Yeah.
so but I'm blessed. I'm
Right.
blessed to have behind me who just you know what I'm saying, who just been rocking with me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm that type, man. I got that Kobe spirit in me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm gonna be heard, I'm gonna go hard, you know what I'm saying?
Right. 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 That's right.
Always that mumble mentality, man. Like,
And
right.
that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So let me take you back. So let me backtrack a little bit. So
Mm-hmm.
all right, okay. Now you got the board. You know what I'm saying. You got the beat machine that you got. You know, grandma got you. Now you're saying, man, I got to go to the next level. So what did you do? Did you go get another beat machine? Did you save the money get another one? What was the next step?
So when I got up here, I got introduced to FL Studios.
Right. You
Uh,
said FL Studios. Right. Right.
yeah, yeah, for the loop. So once I got introduced to FL Studios, you know what I'm saying, I got me a computer. You know what I'm saying, I had a little setup inside my room. You know what I'm saying, literally some computer speakers and FL Studio, and I got me some sound packs. And around that time, I was rapping with a group of people. You know what I'm saying, and that's when Red Room Studios that opened up in West Ashley, and we
Mm-hmm.
killing it. You know what I'm saying. We've been in there. I'm talking about 4 hours, and every time they might go in there one or two songs, and my partner at the time he been paying for it. I already got like 3 songs written of my own. You know what I'm saying. I'm killing it. Like I mean, like just like dumbing. You
Right.
know, I remember them days right there. Like that was before I really been Mossberg. You know what I'm saying. We used to go to the studio like once every 2 weeks and get like 4, 5, 6 hours, and we
Mm.
just songs and riding around listening to our own songs. And I mean, we had a party in the country. Shout out to Hollywood. You know, it's my family from out there. We've been in the country one, and they played our songs out there, and them boys been dumbing. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It felt good. You know what I'm saying, to get that notoriety because we've been this MySpace days. MySpace days, you know, you can put the little songs on there and all that, and you
Right.
know, and like and I don't know what it been. Something just been like, man, put your beats up there. Cause I've been rapping for a while now. Like, I ain't really been selling no beats. I just been giving them to my homeboys, but I started putting my beats on the little MySpace thing, and then people been hit me up and say they want to buy them, and then it started from there. You know,
Right, right. So those early days with dealing with the Fruity Loops and getting it while you were working with that. What kind of methods did you use? I mean, what kind of inspired you for those to make those, and what kind of and can you kind of walk us through what was your mainstay, your main packs that you used? You know, what was just your steps that you used back then?
back then it was definitely I know I was in that Beethoven pack heavy. That's when Beethoven and Drummer Boy and Shuddy Red, them boy had their thing going on. This like early Gucci Man, Boozy, stuff like that been going on. That's what I've been listening to, especially a lot of Boozy at that time. So I just been I definitely remember the Lex Luger kit, you know what I'm saying? Lex Luger and Shorty Raid, Dumb Boy Kits and Drummer Boy and Vibe. Because right, it got to a time when everybody around here was rapping on Vibe beats and Jolly Juliana. I don't know if y'all remember that, but it been a time them boy been getting them beats online for free. You know what I'm saying? And they had these kits and shit. I used to use them kits and listen to them sounds, listen to them beats online, and try to mimic it a little bit, but kind of do my own thing, you know. And also, I'm a big fan of local music around here as well. So you add Twin D and 40 and them boy dumbing at the time, you know what I'm saying. So that was influence as well, you know.
Most definitely. Shout out Twin D, shout out 40. Most definitely. Legends in the game. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? Been putting it down.
yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
so what was your first studio experience when you stepped into the actual lab?
Well, that first time when I been there, that was just a regular night. The first song I did, but the first time we went in Red Room, it was a little different. It
Mhm.
was it was a real studio, and I can't remember the first time we been in there, but I know I loved it. You know what I'm saying? It was and me and Al, you know what I'm saying, that was his name. We had put a real good relationship. You know what I'm saying, and we were just working.
Right, right.
Just felt like home. It felt like I wanted to do. This was my career I choose. You know.
Right, 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 right. Was it so besides your music, so as your music progressed, were y'all trying to put it out anywhere at the time? You know what I'm saying? Really like working it, were you doing any shows, anything like that off the music, or you were just doing it and just building up a catalog? What was the situation?
A little home. and we would get amped just for it maybe might have been success. You know what I'm saying? We would just get amped just riding around and we getting amped off each other's songs and stuff like that. Like it wasn't. I don't think I made a couple of albums, but I don't think I necessarily ever put one out at that time. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? It was
right, right. Hmm.
homeboy stuff. But you got 3 or 4 or 5 homeboys that y'all creating, y'all feeding off each other. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it was at that time. You know.
Right, 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 right. Dope, dope, dope. But so outside of you making those beats, it and being in the studio, we know you running all different type of artists. People come in and out. Was it any other artists that came in and say that when you started working with at the time? You know that it, basically. Tell me about your first purchase. Somebody has said, "Okay, let me buy one of these beats outside of your own crew."
It was shout out the mail from Last Junkies. Like
Mm,
I always remember that. Like yesterday, him and rest in peace, my homeboy Matlock. They had
mm,
pull up on me, man. Spent like $40. You know what I'm saying? He bought a beat. I guess it might have either been from MySpace or something. You know what I'm saying? But it was mail. I believe it was, and he had a couple beat off me, probably been MySpace, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of just switched my whole mind frame. Like I was like, yo, like I could say at least to make some money. Like the rapping was cool, but you know what I'm saying? We ain't really making no money on the thing, you know what I'm saying? So when but like make beats and make money, man, that switched my whole thinking process of everything, bro, to be honest with you.
right, 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 right. Did what was it at that time, that early on time? I know now they got like I had an interview with Baby Breeze, he was telling me about the Beat Stars, all these other sites that you got, that you can sell the beats on. At that time early on, was it any sites that you could sell the beats, or you were just promoting them on MySpace? If they hit you up, put your number there, it wasn't even a setup like that at the time for that.
And like for me, I mean, I never really got into the online thing. I was trapping. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like I put 15 beats on a CD, and
Mm,
people, and it got to the point like my mom garage, it looked like the Gotti show, bro. Like I had to drive me crazy. I had to drive me crazy. I been killing them, boy. You know what I'm saying? And I used to have a lot of health problems back then, so it gave me a lot of downtime being in the house. So
mm,
I took that time and kind of channeled that and making beats. And I told myself, I said, you know what? If you can make 4 beats a day, that's 100 and something beats. You know what I'm saying? Like in a month. And I think
right.
I have like 116 beats, bro. And I think I
Mm,
put 20, 30 to like $40. You know what I'm saying? Man, I've been trapping them thing, man.
mm,
I've been killing them, boy. I ain't gonna lie. I've been killing them, boy, dog.
mm, mm. But that, like you said, that them early days that helped spread the word. You know what I'm saying, with your sound. Was it all people from all over the city coming through to get beats at the time?
Man, everybody from the OGs, like
Mm,
man, like it got crazy. It's just like really word of mouth because there was that transition between MySpace and going to Facebook. I don't remember too much posting beats on Facebook. I just think it was word of mouth, you know what I'm saying?
right, right,
I was just pumping them out, you know what I'm saying? I my inventory was up. I had to wait, you know what I'm saying?
right, right,
Like, so I looked at it like trapper. Like I didn't know too much what other people had going on. I know, it was Breeze and BB Slim and all. They more on my age, so they were doing their thing, but I didn't know how they really were selling it. But I
right.
know, you know what I'm saying? You pull up on me, I had so much different like flavors. Like, it got crazy, bro. For real, for
Right,
real.
right, right, right. That's dope. So. What year you think you would say this was?
This had to been '07, '08, like '06, '07, '08. You know,
So what? So how old are you? So how old are you during this time?
I'm 38 now, so it's 5, so 15, 28, so 18, 19, about 20, 21, 22.
Early in the game. Early in the game. So at those times, were any of those artists that were getting any beats? Like you said, you had the OGs, a lot of the OG rappers, young G's coming through. Were any of these songs getting put on the radio? Were they getting any motion? Was the people that really they had some good motion going on? Besides, I know you say the Lab Junkies, of course. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, of course. I remember Skip them boy. Killer. It was between Skip and like Kilo them boy. Kilo the villain. Shout out, I'm a dog.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know,
Shout out Kilo the Ville. I had him on the show, man. Kilo Wow, man.
I'm my dog, man. My dog keep me floated. I
Yes,
ain't
he most definitely all the time, all the time. And shout out Killer Skip, man. Definitely another legend.
I got on Hearst Talk. That was one of that was a nice CD he had, and I had a couple of records, and Killer Skip always had a name, and I was actually working with Kilo, and
Mm,
like Kilo back in the day. So when I'm telling my partner, I'm like, yo, like, bro, I think I work with bro, like who been on that CD with Maul and all that, and just build a relationship. And I think one day I just said like put a CD in the car because I used to like drop them off, and bro,
right,
I'm like, you make these right here? I'm like, yeah, bro. And ever since then, bro, we've been like like that. But I know really it really been the older G's who really like, give me that what I'm saying, that look and that respect, what I'm saying, to come in the game. I ain't even gonna lie.
right. Who you think was coming the most during that time, really? Besides, you say Kilo. You know what I mean?
Well, honestly, I mean, around that time, Live Junkie been doing their thing a little bit. I didn't heard it. Prime Time and Digger been killing it, of course.
Oh, right. Definitely.
Gorilla Mafia,
Gorilla Mafia. Shout out Gorilla Mafia.
shout
Right.
out to Gorilla Mafia, True Money, rest in peace. Like, it was a couple of cats. When D still been kind of dumbing with the compilations. Like city was wide open at that time. Fat Boy, like
Right.
man, the city went wide open. That was one of the best between '07 to maybe about 13, but some of the best time, man. We used to go to Kush Lounge. They used to have the competitions like who got the best songs and
I remember that. Right.
Get It Girls. The little I forget what you call it, girls who used to come with them boy, but one of the girls, shout out to the Get It Girls. I can't remember who they been, but like rappers used to come with like the girls who had the t-shirts on.
Right.
Yeah, and them boy used to
I
man at
remember that.
yeah, like the Candy Girls, I guess where every band in there. But definitely, I mean, all type of people, Red Rum, like Pastor Paul, like man, the city been
Mm,
mall.
mm, mm. Legendary Apostle Paul.
Yeah, boy, it been dumbing at that time right there, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like it was.
Yeah, it definitely was. And when you drop that legendary did you do that clappery, that legendary clappery?
I we
Man,
really bounced first, but I didn't feel it till what I'm saying, clappery, but bounce was actually the first one that kind of you know
man, that bounce. Oh man. Listen, shout out my dog, Lil C, man. I got he supposed to be coming on the show too, man. You know what I mean? That's definitely that joint there, man. Listen, I used to see, man. We used to go to the club, man. I used to see them, man. Listen, they used to go stupid when that dropped, man. I'm talking about the whole spot just erupt. And not just, you know what I mean? Because I'm a little older than them, just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But still a little older, but still it don't matter. Older crowd, even older than me, man. Anywhere you went, you know what I'm saying?
mhm.
That was, they were on that, man.
Yeah, and that was a good experience because I kind of followed them around at that time, you know what I'm saying? And I remember while they were partying, dog, I swear, man, I used to shake people's hand, man. I always remember this one night we been in Kush, them wasn't partying, drinking, man. I walked up to every table and been like, bro, you get that bounce beat, my name Mossberg, Montana. I make that beat, save my number. Like I did that every time we been out. You know what I'm saying? Every time we been out, dog. Like before I start, I said myself before I start partying with them, but now they probably don't even know that. You know what I'm saying? But before we start partying, having fun. I'm gonna walk to all these tables and make sure I shake these people's hand. You know what I'm saying? Hey, my name is Mossberg, Montana. Nice to meet you, bro. Hear that
Mm,
bounce? I make that beat. You know what I'm saying? And I did that like for a while. You know what I'm saying? Until it died down.
right. Right. And that's what it is, and that's what it takes. Like you said, you that was networking at its finest, getting your
Right,
hands dirty, touching with the people. You know what I mean? And I always tell them Mossberg on this show, they know what I'm gonna say. This is a communiversity, so we here to learn and teach. So you hearing this story, so Mossberg telling you, you know what I'm saying, this is what you got to do. So I'm not asking him these questions just for asking these questions. I'm asking him so he can tell you about his growth so you can learn because everybody is in different stages. You know what I'm
right,
saying? The man telling you got to get out there and network. You got to be out there and meet people. You got to get out there and grind. You heard what he said. He was in there, man. Even his downtime when his health was down, he right in the spot, grinding, not just sitting around, not just thinking of ideas, putting stuff down, putting it together,
right,
making a monetary gain. That's what it's all about. That's what I want the young brothers to do. I want them to get their hustle up. You know what I'm talking about?
right. Respect. Yeah, definitely,
Yes,
definitely.
sir. Yes, sir.
They still bring memories,
Oh
though.
yeah, we gonna take them on a ride tonight, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Shawty, I see you. Oh, I will love the way that you move. I wanna get you in a private room.
mm, 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 mm. Uh,
Oh,
hey, I just had to pause that for a minute. Do y'all hear? We
oh,
gotta go
about
back and listen to it. We took this for granted. Do y'all hear the drums? Do y'all hear the instrumentation in this beat, man? You know what I'm saying? The way this put together. This ain't no basic beat. I could tell this something complex that you worked on. You know what I'm saying? That you
it's a remade beat. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Some version of it before I did. I'm not gonna take all the credit of it, but he ain't did it like how I did it. You know, close to how I wrote that thing. You know what I'm saying?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's classic, man. Classic. Mm, mm, mm.
Bounce.
Man, legendary, man. So when they started putting this, man, you were hearing this everywhere, man. What was the feeling that you had, man, knowing that you was behind this track right here,
Gone. It gone. Yeah, I still humble a little bit 'cause it was new. You know what I'm
man?
saying? I was still a little humble a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know what to expect. This is my first time. I always been popular out the West, but this the first time, I'm like getting popular around the city. So I'm like, whoa, this, you know what I'm saying? Girls knowing your name, people dap me up, you know what I'm saying? We getting the clouds for free. So it was a good feeling, man.
Most definitely, most definitely. So,
Yeah.
so at this time, did you have a so this? I know this probably catapulted. You already had people coming through it. This probably catapulted more people coming through, man, to try to get tracks so they can get that same hit. They know they wanted that same sound. Were they asking for that same sound? Like, please give me one of those. I mean, what type of scenario was you getting from the
Yeah, new in the game. You know what I'm saying? They just was kind of like curious, like, oh, where bro come from? You know what I'm saying? For the people who didn't know me, so they just kind of just wanted to see my catalog and see what I had going on. You know what I'm saying? Because it was very new. You know what I'm saying? I was just
people?
like new person who just hit the scene kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? So and
Right.
it so. I think the tag and the Lab Junkie was name was still a little bit bigger than the Mossberg name at that time. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mm.
So it's still more about more Lab Junkies, you know what I'm saying, than really Mossberg at that time. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right, right.
Put in that work, they deserve that.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. They
Yeah.
definitely put that work in. Yeah, definitely put that work in. So we gonna keep progressing from this. So here, so
Mhm.
from here, were you still working on your own music at this time, or did you just completely stop and say, I'm just gonna just be a producer or
I,
an engineer?
I was still a little bit being offense. I always kind of still kept doing music and stuff like that, but it kind of, the money increased. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually living off this money at this time. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of switched I had to look at it like, hey, the rapper side ain't making too much. You know what I'm saying? But the producer side making the money. So it kind of just more, I got a little bit more focused a little bit and been like, all right, let's really see if we can make this make sense. You know what I'm saying? If I can make a living off this. So that was the headspace at the time.
Right, 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 right. Definitely, definitely. Like you said, you turned it into more of actually a career. You know what I'm saying? You saw, okay, man, listen, if they doing this, man, and then they going wild like this. I know you like, man, I got millions in my bag. This ain't if they this something, this ain't nothing.
Hey, no, nothing. Pumping them out.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Did this at this time? Did you have a secret stash of beats? Did you have a certain okay when you come? Okay, y'all gonna hear this and this certain artists, or you just gave everybody the same run? Hey, listen,
I
take
think
what I got.
I think every producer kind of had a secret stash. I think the secret stash is just a producer favorite one. I'd be
Hmm.
with you like I done played my secret stash, and they'll be like, "Yeah, it's okay." And them boy might like the regular. Then some people might be like, "Whoa, but the secret stash crazy." So, but honestly, that secret stash is just the producer favorite. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it really is. The favorite ones they like that probably got the best mix of the sounds, just what they liking at the time.
Right, 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 right. Because I know this one here got to be that's right here. I'm-
And that's the it crazy. That
Woo!
story right there is crazy.
Boy, this guy this is
Mossberg,
going
Montana.
crazy, boy.
Yeah.
This
Ass
boy.
clapping like an AK 47. Ass clapping like an ass clapping ass clapping. Girl, you clapping weak. Girl, you clapping weak. Girl, you clapping weak. Girl, you clapping weak. Ass clapping like an AK 47. Ass clapping like an ass clapping. She the type of girl that get the club changed. She can make it bounce, she can make it clap. Prime time to dig it, yeah, we back again. Get your ass on the floor and bring your friends.
Kick that left foot out, make it clap, clap. Kick that right foot out, make it clap, clap.
Girl, you clapping reed, girl, you real clapping reed. Girl, you clapping reed, girl, you real clapping.
Ooh.
Man, classic. So these sounds that you got in these tracks that you're using, these not the regular sounds. What were you on a futuristic mind state? What was your mind using these different elements that you were using for these beats, man? This is something that Charleston had never heard. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember now. I like to tell Baby Breeze, and like I said, I got to give you and him definitely two producers, you know what I'm saying? BB Slim, y'all ushered in a whole new wave of music in Charleston that brought back even the respect, changed the sound, gave it more fun because you know what I'm saying? We coming up, man, in music, I did music myself. So I watched everything from the beginnings, from the Fat Boys, from the Lil Bucks, from the whole 263 gang, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I seen a lot of it progress in Charleston music, even though, you had songs that was, you could nod your head and dance to, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you had Marley, definitely, the legendary Marley in the game. A lot of the songs were so gangster, man, so violent, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because that was the scene, we talk about one of the most violent cities in America, you know what I'm saying, which they don't realize, you know what I mean? So, even though we in the South, you realize, you know what I'm saying, where the slaves came in, this was one of the most violent cities in America. And even still today, you know what I mean, they still dealing with a lot of stuff like that. They trying to clean up and get together, you know what I mean? But we gonna do it as a community. It's gonna get right, you know what I
Right.
mean? But on the flip side of that, when I heard this music, you know what I mean, and just me being in the studio, I was like, man, listen, this right here, this is what we need right here, man. You know what I'm saying? This is changing the whole game right here. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about at the time, did you have the mind state of, oh, I'm pioneering, ushering a new sound, or you just, man, I'm just making music?
I'm just making music. Like, like honestly, even how that process came together right there, like that was prime time idea. Like prime time always like shout out to prime time. Like that my
Yeah,
dog. He'll always have like an idea. Of course, he got the candy lady feel. And like I think when prime time really hot on something, and he'd be like, man, I want that thing like that Berg, but I want you to see
right, right,
he always do that now. He's gonna give me an idea that he kind of like and he want me to switch it in.
right, right,
We've been in the living room. And this was kind of like after the lab junkie stuff, I kind of died down because I didn't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? They kind of like that's one thing about Charleston. They love you till they can't love you no more. You know,
real
when it,
statement.
yeah, once it died down, I was like, damn, that's it. You know what I'm saying? The high over. You know what I'm saying? You know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And I remember somehow, some way, prime time. It had to been prime time. Reached out to me, and I'm about chilling with Breeze, and he said, "Hey, one thing I'm gonna tell you now, the boy gonna give you a hit. I promise you." I remember this man walking up my front yard and saying that, and I was like, "All right, we can see prime time pull up." You know what I'm saying? We sit down, like he I started off the beginning of the beat with the candy lady, and he had kind of went to sleep. And I was like, man, this candy lady cool, but man, I put the little other side on it, but like, what I'm saying, that little switch to it. And bro,
Right.
I wake up. He probably don't even remember that story. Bro, I wake up, bro. I'm like, boy, that's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you know what I'm saying? And like it's crazy. I was going through something right now where at that time with an ex that I got off social media. You know,
Mm,
when I came back on social media, man, this song been dumbing. I mean, like bounce been dumbing, but Clappery, like man,
right,
Clappery had a girl like hypnotized,
right,
bro. Like it
right.
was like, man,
Man, listen,
and I forgot.
I seen my mama dancing on Clappery, man. That's how I really got, you know.
Ah,
You know,
word,
real,
word.
real.
Like, like it got man. I used to have girls like, I can't stand you. Them girl been knocking me over in the club every time they playing your song and all this. I'm like, oh boy, Clapper been on different monster.
Right,
Like
right.
it been crazy, bro.
Right. Yeah, that was that right there, man. Shout out Primetime and Digger, man. I got Digger coming on the show. I still trying to get a hold of Primetime, man. Primetime, hit your boy up, man. I'm trying to get you on here, man. You know.
Definitely, yeah, that my dog, man. We still
Yeah.
work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, you see him, tell him, hey, tell him I'm trying to get him on the produce department, man. I need him on here. I need them stories, man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? You know, 'cause I know they got some stories to tell. You know what I mean? So even going back to Mossberg, even with you, man, we only scratching the surface, man. So at this time, um, was it any moments in this production or these collaborations that you were doing, you know, and meet with these artists that taught you anything, you know what I'm saying, that were you learning more from your craft, or was it were you just elevating, just okay, just more ideas, or did you learn more about plugins, learn more about the musical side of it? Did you build your rig more? Tell me about yourself during that time. Did you have your own personal studio, or were you going to other places?
no, I'll still do stuff in my own space. I always kind of been like that. I've done. I can cook up in front of people, which I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I'm more a master chef when I'm kind of like, by myself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I most of the time do it in my own space like that because I like my own, my own little energy. You know what I'm saying? But man, at that time right there, of course, I think producers are always looking for the newest sounds and trying to upgrade their sound. We competing with the industry. You know what I'm saying? We hear something in the industry, we hear our 808 hit, and we want our 808 to hit like that. But really the Charleston politics, you know what I'm saying? That's when the Charleston politics are really a change because like I said, like Bounce, I was kind of still, riding the wave of the Lab Junkies, you know what I'm saying? But when Clappery came out, like that's when my name kind of got like a household name. Like it was like Mossberg, Montana. Like this is a person. You know what I'm saying? This person. And one point in time, the tag was way bigger than the face. You know what I'm saying? Like the tag started getting way further out there.
Right, right,
It
right,
was like you Mossberg. Like man, I'm on. Hey, that tag I got it took off from me. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like
right, right,
really
right,
start.
right.
Huh?
Hey, the tag legendary, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny it, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Shoot, you know what I mean?
I gotta shout out to that tag. Shout out to Golf for even and shout out my dog Eason. Eason was the one who made the tag for me. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? I remembered I was just I don't like this tag, but I just kept on tagging them beats and now I'm glad I did, you know what I'm saying? Because it damn sure helped me brand myself.
bring yourself right. Where did you get the name Mossberg, Montana?
Man, that's an old hood name that I got a long time ago, and basically they were calling me Mossberg, and I just threw the Montana on the end, just like everybody. It was a time where there was all type of Montanas going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
It was something that I didn't even think that was going to last maybe a year or two. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? At that time, just having fun, and when it sticked, it was like, oh, like people really calling me and knowing me. I can't back away from it now. They getting a little too big. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
Right.
I didn't have no long term thinking I was going to be called Mossberg, Montana, all the way up in my 30s and all that. I thought it was something fun I was doing.
Hey, but you had that prophetic mind, because so that Mossberg don't miss. You know what I mean? Them tracks you don't miss, man. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna get one from you, hey,
Yeah.
now I don't got nothing to do. You better ride it now. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you spitting on it. You know what I'm saying?
I see, man, you kind of me. You want the single. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel. You want a single, you come to Mossberg. You know what I'm saying? Your album sales ain't doing good. You want show money, come to Berg. You know what
Yes,
I'm saying?
sir. Yes,
Right.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'm gonna ask you about this one here, man, because I've been listening to this, man, while I'm getting prepared for the interview, man. You got to tell me where you got with the inspiration for this one right here, because this right here, man, this
Oh, I,
classic. Classic. I tell you, we going on a ride tonight, Mossberg. This ain't your regular interview now. You know what I'm saying?
Bitches laying on me like a keychain. I'm going ape shit like I'm King Kong. Bitches hanging on me like a.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you before while I pause this, when you drop this,
yeah.
I looked to the right and I looked at my partner. I said, "Boy, Mossberg showing his natural ass on this right here." I said, "This right here, I mean, I know you already had a history of rhyming, but this right here, man, this is a classic right here. I love this one, man."
And I'm going ape shit like I'm King Kong. Niggas talk shit, better keep calm. I'll fucking main bitch, nigga, keep calm. Bitches hanging on me like a keychain. And I'm going ape shit like I'm King Kong. Niggas talk shit, better keep calm. I'm gonna keep on getting paper, nigga, keep calm. Money maker, that's his personality. Bad bitch, she kill a dick, ooh, fatality. Different color hoes, different nationality. I got a couple jealous friends, probably mad at me. Pussy niggas in the car like, yeah, I see him. Think he mad cause a nigga smashed his DM. She was asking for the dick and the DM. Yeah, these bitches running around like some freakos. That's your Wednesday crush, I fuck her like a week ago. Run into the money in my ear max. Yeah, nigga really got it out the mud. So when I get it, me and Curtis, we gon' share stank. Bitches hanging on me like a big charm. I know shooters, wine call, they'll shoot you off. Just won't be a boss, world in my palm. Getting money, fucking bitches, nigga, keep calm. Bitches hanging on me like a keychain. And I'm going ape shit like I'm King Kong. Niggas talk shit, better keep calm. I'll fucking main bitch, nigga, keep calm. Bitches hanging on me like a keychain. And I'm going ape shit like I'm King Kong. Niggas talk shit, better keep calm. I'm gonna keep on getting paper, nigga, keep.
Right, you take me all the way back to that, man.
Listen, we ain't here to play. This not your average interview. I'm Ed Bradley of the streets now. You know what I'm saying? I want that feeling. You gonna tell me what happened now. You know what I'm saying? So hey, shout out Camera Junkies, man, because that was a classic, and I love the way you did that. It was simple, but it just gave it gave so much. It just showed Charleston, man. You know what I'm saying? It showed just the elements of you right there grinding. You showed just the grinder and just the city, how beautiful our area is around us. No matter what they proclaim and they put up, look at the beautiful. Man, he had the trees, the beautiful water. This how we living, man. So even though they show y'all the different something on the media, you know what I'm saying, this really what's going down out here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But definitely shout out Camera Junkies. But man, you was a young bird out there, man. I see Slim, goddamn, you know what I mean? So what was your mind when you decided to, because I mean, I know you was already rapping, like we already said from the beginning, you know, that was already, you know, in your repertoire. When you decided to step from just behind the boards to center stage and drop something like that, because what was your mind state?
I want hit. Loud Jones got hit. Prime time got hit. Hey, I need a hit. I need one. A producer and a rap bump that. You know, I need a hit. I've been trying for that hit for years.
Right.
The day I get me one of these Mossberg, he rapping, it's over for the city. You know what I'm saying? Like it's over. You know what I'm saying? I've been that right there. That's what I felt when I heard that. I'm like, boy, I've been trying to get me a hit, boy. I've been trying to get out, boy. Like I need cool spend that thing 4 times a night, boy. Yeah, I was real hungry to I was looking for a hit. I wanted my own hit, you know what I'm saying, to be honest with you. Be for real.
Right. So what was the reception behind the song? Did you get a nice reception behind it?
It was cool. I think it's, if I can give an honest opinion, we could keep it real on here. I think the double talent side of it was a little too much at that time. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like, ooh, now stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I hate to say it, but a lot of times But I seen like when I was dropping my own things, I noticed beat sales would slow up, and nothing against it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, they been like, man, I might have been stepping on too much tools, and I might have been doing a little too much, you know what I'm saying? But like I didn't have. If I wish I had the mind space that I have now back then, you know what I'm saying? I felt like I was trying to impress other rappers. And I see a lot of people do that, you know what I'm saying? They're tagging other rappers in their song like that. I didn't know about going to the consumers because I had a good consumer fan base, but I felt like I just wanted the exception to be accepted by the other rappers. Like, hey, I doing this too. And like
Right.
now, I wouldn't care about none of that. You know, in the regular Ashley's and Brandon's and the regular Facebook people don't do music. Them been the people who been showing me love anyways. But I kind of just downplay that because I wanted the high ups to, you know.
Mm.
But now, boy,
Right.
like on the music I doing now, boy, I ain't care if nobody in the city like that thing far as rapping wise. Like, cause I know to go straight to the consumer. They're not my fan base. They doing the same thing I doing.
Mm,
You know.
mm, Hey, I got to hit the horn on that, man, because that what you said, that's major. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I didn't even think about that. You the realist, you know, we always dismiss the, like you said, the Brandons and Ashleys and Damians and all the different people
Yeah.
on, and to try to oppress our peers, but these the people really going to be supporting the music. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The peers gonna be the competition, and eventually, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And that time I'm like, man, them boy hitting on me, but now I understand it. Like it, like you know, Nike ain't showing it the Reeboks. You know what I'm saying? Or Nike ain't trying to let Reeboks know they shoes out. You know,
Right,
he's going to the people who need Nikes. You
right.
know, but I wish I had that then because it didn't. It when I was a producer, it worked because I was providing a service that helped the rappers. But and me being a rapper, Dan really being another service to another rapper. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily unless they want to feature or something, but you know, so
Right. So take me back to this one right here.
that's my jam. Hey, that's my jam right
I'ma get this money right now, right now. I'ma get this money right now. Get this money right now, If you're scared, then go to church. And I don't want to go to work. Money the root of evil. I pray for it all in church. Hallelujah to the bread keeper. Baby Christian need new sneakers. Underground, I'm the new leader. Schooling niggas like school teachers. I jump in the game straight out the bleachers. Money, the more. To play with my money, you know that it's over. Chop and screw you like codeine and soda. Cause I gotta get it. I be working my ass off. Just playing on work. I'm robbing a bank. I'm playing a scratch off. Cause Mama Berg need a new house, Baby Berg need new shoes, and all the bills seem overdue, hey. But I'ma get my money right now, and fuck what a hater like right now, hey. I'ma get my money right now. I'ma get my money right now, hey. I'ma get my money right now. I'ma get my money right now, yeah. I'ma get my money right now. I'ma get my money right now, yeah. I'ma get my money right now.
Yeah.
Man, classic. Shout out Costello too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, that my boy, yeah.
Yeah, man. We definitely, that's a legend right there. I definitely got to get him on the show, man. I know he definitely got some stories, man. You know, he been putting it down. That's a legend. That video, I remember that video, man. That was one of the, I was like, man, that's you know the man, they sleep on it really, Berg, but you was early on with these crispy videos, man, and these concepts, man. You know what I mean?
I stand till the day me and stand work, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
that's my dream team setup, you know what I'm saying? Jordan and Stan, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna miss too much, you know what I'm saying? Stand on the video, Jordan on the engineer, I ain't gonna miss.
Right, most definitely. Yeah, that's classic, man. I mean, you. So at that time, what's the mind state? Like you said, was it still, you know, I'm pushing for that hit. I'm still making songs, or were you compiling the album at the time? I don't remember. Were you making an album? Were these on an album? Or were you making singles at this time?
I was thinking, I've always been an album mode. You know what I'm saying? My friends give me. I'll put the album out. Then like 2 months later, I'll take it down just because I might not. I'm patient enough to get the love that I thought I was supposed to get at that time. But man, I don't put out like 9 albums. You know what I'm saying? None of them online. You know what I'm saying? Like they get on me all the time. Like, Bird, what a point of you dropping all this music? But
9 hold up, bro. I can't let you go no further than that. 9 albums. You know what I'm saying? You got to sneak Dynamite something, man. I need at least some. I need some. You got. Hey, listen. When we get off, I'm gonna give you my email. You got to send me some of these cuts because I got to hear. Because one thing I always said about you and me, just me knowing this before me even knowing you. You know what I'm saying? Me and you develop a definitely a friendship, a relationship over the years. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But even before then, I always said, man, I said, Bird, it's a lot of and like you said, going back to your two hat thing, because at the time that was early on, even with you hear stories, even with Kanye and those other producers saying it was hard for them when they tried to do the rap thing, and the producer, like you say, was more of a stay in your lane type thing, you know what I'm saying? But you really was a lyrical guy. So even to go before I go to my next question, who inspired? I mean, you say Cash Money, you know what I'm saying? I got you. You know what I'm saying? We love Cash Money, but I'm gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? That lyrical style you got, that prowess, that's above a Cash Money. You know what I'm saying? Even though we love Cash Money, you know what I mean? We love that early Cash, but who inspired that? Was it an artist that inspired that? Was it just practice makes perfect, Bird? What pushed that next level of that lyrical prowess that you had, man? Because you coming like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I've been doing this shit. You know what I mean?
honestly, it was a gumbo of things, man. I don't even want to lie. Like around that time, I don't know what I was listening to. I know I always was a Rick Ross fan at that time. I like Drake, like Kendrick, like it's like I gumbo together, and then whatever the beat kind of talking to me, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll kind of like just try to apply that flow to whatever it is. But I never really had like at that time. It wasn't really one artist. I was listening to a lot of music. It was just more what the beat was talking to me. And that beat right there just like kind of just been talking to me a different type of way, you know what I'm saying? So I can't really even say I want to say more the producer side, but more challenging the rapper side. Like, oh, like you think you hard? Like it's like alter ego stuff. Like I got the producer Mossberg and the rapper. Like the producer gonna flex every time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna pick the head bust beats. So and the rapper like, all right, let me see if I can catch this. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it be. So really be the producer side pushing the rapper side. To be honest with you.
Right. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah,
That's a nice tug of war, though. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You
yeah.
know.
My producer side don't miss. My rapper sometimes it be like, but my producer side ain't. But
I mean,
see,
you don't miss with the rapper side either. You know what I'm saying? And just speaking about Stan, we gotta put this on. Speaking about Stan, shout out Stan D.
Hey, yo, Bird, that be cold.
Money keep calling, picture me ballin'. I want a house with the size of New Orleans. Geechee to Geechee, you know that it's chosen. I need no whites cause I'm already chill. I came this far in this game with no deal. But I still want me a deal. Bust that thing open, girl, show me she real. She call me Hank cause I'm king of the hill. I know you niggas don't like me. Fuck Gucci man, I'd rather wear white tee. Shoot me a movie like Spike Lee. On the pussy, no wife. I am the wave, I am the wave. If she gon' work, then she gotta behave. Serving the city just like they some J's. I used to trap, I'm so stuck in my ways. Selling these beats like weed sales. Y'all love hoes, I love retail. I make bands off emails. Like Kobe, I can give you the details. I want a M, I want a M. I want a bitch that come with a friend. I want a house that come with a Benz. So I ain't stopping, man, I'm going in. The commas, the commas, the commas, the commas. All I wanted was commas, the commas. No rolling on, so there's no time for the drama. No rolling on, so there's no time for the drama. Raising the hood with the snake and piranhas. The lion, the tigers, the snake and piranhas. Running my section just like I'm Obama. Running my section just like I'm Obama. Commas, the commas, the commas, the commas. All I wanted was commas, the commas. No rolling on, so there's no time for the drama. No rolling on, so there's no time for the drama. Raising the hood with the snake and piranhas. The lion, the tigers, the snake and piranhas. Running my section just like I'm Obama. I'm running my section just like I'm Obama. Oh, 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 oh. MC Hammer too legit to quit. Bella Shorty, she gon' get the dick. I'm in love as a chick. Fuck a shooter, I'll take a hit. On a house pool and a.
why you taking me back, man?
Come on, hey, listen, we having fun tonight, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't have you sitting up here sitting up asking no regular questions. We going through the ride. and they need to know, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them that don't know, y'all gonna find out tonight, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? um um but they definitely, and just a side note, even with Stan, man, those early graphics, those early, man, they doing that in there, but he been doing that. Yeah, that's something they doing now, man. They trying to put more of that in there. You gotta, that's what I'm saying, these creative minds, like you said, y'all still working, doing things, man. So at this time, even with that, so are you seeing more traction? Because we going through the timeline with the music. Are you, as you're making more music, is it getting more traction? Are you getting? Do you find yourself getting the same radio love that the artists that you got, that you producing these major hits for? Are you getting the same radio love? And the crazy thing, at this same time now, I know you getting different placements with different artists on all type, from probably all types of places. Are you getting the same love that they getting at the time?
Yeah, and no, but it wasn't really me competing with them. I was competing with the producer side, because mine now, like, you on that timeline, you skip a couple things on that timeline right there. Because I think by that
Mm,
time, I might be that have been already out. Chicken already been out.
mm,
Like,
mm,
you know,
mm.
the Snoop and Pastor Troy junk already been out. So I've been more
Right,
in competition with myself at that time. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, my producer side be dumbing. I ain't gonna lie.
right, right, right.
They catch up. Like, I've been trying to drop, man, but I ain't gonna lie. That time right there, like around that time, that been the height of my career right there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
I just
mm,
over the everything. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, to be
mm.
honest,
Yeah,
because I
man.
produce, that's probably the height of my. What year that's it? I don't even know. That's it.
Let me check the year.
Yeah, because around between that and I know Get My Money Right did get played on the radio. I know about 13 to like maybe 18 or 19. They got crazy. They got super
Mm,
crazy.
mm. That was uh 2020.
That was 2020?
Yeah, this say 5 years ago where you probably posted this, but it's probably older though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that might be right. That might have been pre-COVID. No, that might be right. Well,
Because this
20,
this looked a little early on, and so between that time period and the keep calm, that was a few years between that and the commas, right?
yeah, it had to been. Yes, y'all getting older. Yeah, that a little bit later. I know Money Right. One I was around when I might be came out. I think I might be came out of 2016, because I know Clappery came out in like 210. I think 210 or 211. I know Clappery kind of back to back. And I know when I might be in the chicken challenge that came out. That was just it was
I remember that. I remember that chicken challenge,
yeah,
man.
that was crazy at that moment right there. So it was just having fun, just doing my thing at that time, you know.
Right, 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 right. Yeah, because you got a catalog, man, on here, man. You got track after track, man. You know what I'm saying? Just as fun, seems like just as much music that you got as far as beats, like you said, 9 albums. So out of these 9 albums that you got tucked off that nobody can hear, you know what I'm saying? Are any of these songs that you got, are they any of all the tracks? You know what I'm saying? These tracks that you got, are each some of them off of each of those albums?
Yeah, yeah, they were what it was. I had Already Famous, Eagle Tripping
Mm,
for Ichi, Balls on Mars, Organic,
mm,
um, the Mossberg Show. Man, it's a lot, man. Like People's Champ, but People's Champ actually was one of my first original. That was one of my best selling albums. It was one of my first ones, so like early on. I had a
mm.
video song called "Gotta Have a Dream," and I kind of got away from that song from a second. Like, it was just more kind of like just like more positive and more kind of like uplifting and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if that video's still up there. It was "Gotta Have a Dream" and a couple other stuff. But like People Champ was my best album. It's one of my first ones. That's the one that everybody kind of talk about to this day. You
Right.
know, People Champ. You know.
Hmm, hmm. Definitely. So did you have that on that album on any like platforms, or were you selling it any
I
in,
was in the street
was
with
was it any, wasn't no CD, but more, that was more digital type thing during that time when you dropped that,
it. Was
right?
the CDs at that time. It was early. It's had to be 2000. Might have been before Bounce, or might have been during. I'm not too sure.
Mm,
It was, but I actually was selling CDs though. You know what I'm saying? And I saw a lot
mm.
of CDs. You know what I'm saying? Well, well, my a lot, not a lot of Charleston, but you
Right,
know,
right.
but I saw maybe 100 or 200 copies, but it was just like right there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't been no over no time. It was like as soon as I put it out. You know what I'm saying?
Right. With this song you had paparazzi, was that on the song too?
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
But yeah, that's it. Whatever year that was, I was around that time right there.
yeah, that's 10 years ago. That's 20 about 2015. This one of the ones I actually was looking for. Hold on, let me let them check this out, because this really was one of the ones I meant to play early on also.
Yeah, that was
Actually the first one I meant to play.
no, yeah, paparazzi. Yeah, that was so. Dang, I know that in 2015 though.
I don't want 100,000, man. I need $1 million, man, for the deal. I need it, man. I bring some of them bottles with the models too, man.
Mm.
Yeah. Turn up. $1 million just to sign me. Run the city like I'm Joe Raleigh. Man, your bitch, I knew hot tamale. Niggas watching like they paparazzi. $1 million just to sign me. Run the city like I'm Joe Raleigh. Man, your bitch, my new hot tamale. Niggas watching like they paparazzi. Oh, Kanko nigga try to copy. Plus your main bitch love to give me sloppy. Old school ballin' like I'm Charles Barkley. Your bitch, she wanna chop me like she know karate. Fuck a nigga look like. Mix my codeine with Sprite. Throw down money like rice. Roll them hoes out like dice. Rap nigga, so sorry. I'm going too hard. I start from the bottom, not from the grassy. $1 million just to sign me.
Hey, drink.
Behind me.
And I'm going to take a shot at drink, bro. I knew I ain't going on that time. But already,
Nobody took that drink like that, man.
going to take a shot at drink. I take a shot at drink 10 years ago. Boy, wow for that, boy.
Hey, y'all saw it on the show first, man. 10 years ago, man, my dog took a shot at Drake, man. My dog said he's not from Degrassi. You heard him now, you know what I'm saying? I started from the bottom, but I'm not from Degrassi, nigga. Real shit. Hey, I love it. So tell me tell me what was your biggest transition into an artist, before we go into the next phase, transition to an artist, what you think was the most self-doubt and triumphs that you didn't expect doing the music? You know what I'm saying? What was your ups and downs that you think, things that you already knew, but when you got in, you was like, oh shit, oh this something else right here.
Man, no stream, and I didn't like how when the streams were coming on, man. I wish I was just a little bit older to take the advantage of, like, man, that time, like, you know, Maul and Kilo and Killer Skip, them boy had selling them CDs out the store when they had Manifest, and man, I can imagine getting them checks and dropping in. That's the only thing I wish I just took it a little bit more serious, a little bit more earlier when they ain't been streaming. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that money, them boy, me, shout out to them boy, Fat Boy Recipes, Buck, all them boy, man, them boy make it out the store. You know what I'm saying? Them boy be getting checks, real checks. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like right around the time when I started to drop in just music in general. First, it was that mixtape thing. You know what I'm saying? I forgot the little mixtape, that puff. You know what I'm saying? I'm more the that puff era. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it just kind of switched with people, and then cars stopped making CDs, and I really kill it. Like when cars didn't have CD players no more, it's like, oh man,
Yeah, man. When they did that, they killed the game. When I had Kilo on, man, he spoke about that, man. Kilo was like, man, he said when they was dropped, Kilo said, man, he said, Dono, man, he said, you gotta think about it, man. He said, I was selling 1,000 copies, you know, say between locos, cats, he said, you talking about monster music, and he said 1,000 copies, he said $10 a piece. He said, add it up, man. He said, I'm seeing $10,000 checks, 9,000 because I get them they little change. I said, man, god damn. I said, hey, that's real cash. That's get off the street money right there, you know.
money, bro. Like, you know, that's the only thing that was discouraging. We was on the stream, man. These streams ain't paying no money right now, man. Like,
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
you
But like I said, and again, like he said, they had to do that to take control of the game because they, like you said, they was eating. We've been eating out here, man. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. So that was the most discouraging thing that, and it's still discouraging to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like being an artist, and you got to really have. You either got to be on a mission, you know what I'm saying, or you got to have that passion of it. But far as you saying, you want to make money off it. Like it's the game done changed a lot. You know?
Right, 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 right. And you know they always do that. You know when they see you up, they try to bring it on down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Trent, so going into the next level, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna take it another route. So and this gonna help lead me into the next song and everything. So your social profiles, I've been reading them heavy. They speak of a spiritual sobriety and a health journey. So tell
Mm.
me, how did your faith evolve, and what prompt the turn to this new journey that you on?
Man, God wait for me. You know what I'm saying? Just it was just that time, you know what I'm saying? Like it was that time to just tap into my spiritual, man. I've been lost. I was carrying it well, you know what I'm saying, but I had a drug addiction, you know what I'm saying? And I had a lot of like demons I was battling on the low. I had the health problems, and once I kind of got over them storms and I really kind of sit back, I'm like, man, I gotta get a glory to God, man. You know what I'm saying? I could have died twice, a couple times out there. I done had 10 surgeries. I getting high up, getting geek up and all that, you know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to really like find my purpose where I've been here for, you know what I'm saying? And that's just where I'm on right now, you know what I'm saying? It's just part of my story, the next level where I'm at right now, you know?
Most definitely. Right, right, right. And hey, I salute you on that, brother. You know what I'm saying? It take a strong person, a strong man, you know what I'm saying, to being able to admit your flaws and know where you at and being able to master them, you know what I'm saying? And we can't do that by ourselves, you know what I'm saying? We need that almighty, we need that power, you know what I'm saying, to help us do it. And it's inside of us, you know what I mean? So I love that you speaking about it because that's another side that a lot of people don't, we forget about our spirit man a lot. You know what I'm saying? I had this talk with my brother. I said, sometimes we get so caught into a daily life, man, working, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, smoking, drinking, doing dance, partying, doing other stuff, you know what I'm saying? So we lose sight of our spirit, man, easily, you know what I'm saying? And then before, sometimes it could be too late. Sometimes, it can get to a time where, you've been through so much where you finally wake up, you know what I mean? And some people don't, like you say, don't get the chance to. So I commend you on that, my brother.
Right. Right.
Commend you on that. So how has that ride been? Have you been getting any apprehension, you know what I'm saying, towards the our community, you know what I'm saying, knowing that you on this different journey? I mean, have they been supporting you? What's been the look?
And they love it. Just I just got a whole crowd of different people supporting me, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what I'm saying, like getting into this is like, man, it's and the crazy thing, I thought it would have been a little bit more. I thought it would have been bad. I thought I would have got backlash, you know what I'm saying? I thought I would have, you know what I'm saying, get all this, but man, people like this the second coming of Jesus, you know what I'm saying? That's like that. It's
Right.
fresh, and I guess he just like, man, for Bry to take his platform and really give it to God, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and Bry actually rocking this thing. He ain't sounding like, nothing against, Christian hip hop and Christian rappers before. Seemed like they used to been, sounding like Eminem and doing all this and all that, bringing swag to it.
Right. Right. Right.
I just can't wait till they hear this album, you know. I just finished the album today, matter of fact, man. They hear this.
Ooh, woo.
I
Mm.
one stick. This one riding right here. I gotta let this because this guard work. You know what I'm saying?
That's
This is
right. That's right.
a
Man, make sure you sneak me some little sneak peek, man, some early on. I can, I'm up in the Queen City, man. I can put on, you know what I mean? I can play on my way to work, keep me motivated, you know what I mean? Because this right here, man, I got Burner coming on the show, man, you know what I'm saying, too, man, soon. So you listen, y'all put this down right here, man. I love this, man.
yeah.
Y'all listen to the words they saying on here, man. Real talk. And before I play it, it's an observation I made. You look like you when you smiling on that bird. When I see you on here, look like you got a type of another type of energy out you, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? When you sing your cheese and you see at the beginning there, you were just standing so strong, man. I peep that, man. I see, bro. I see.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It don't really matter what you say about me. It don't matter what you think about me. I'm built for it, put the weight on me. I know God made a way for me. It don't really matter what you say about me. It don't matter what you think about me. I'm built for it, put the weight on me. I know God made a way for me.
I ask God to forgive me and give me a second chance. He said, son, it's already done. Just take you a second glance. I order all your steps and ordain it with better plans. And your sins are forgiven. I did it all in advance. So I gotta get my mind right, get my grind tight. Make sure I'm lifting them up in my limelight. Life got hard, put my knees on the floor. And tell God I went and misuse them no more. So I got right, sit tight, revelation. Will do, brand new, my conversation. Made change, at first a hesitation. God told me, just chill and build relations. So I'm bringing peace, no beef, that's law. Now we cooking up with grease, yes Lord. God made a way, so I had to make a play. Couldn't do it on my own, had to lean on.
One thing I know, yeah, that my God is awesome. If I'm weak, He strengthens you. If you praise Him, come on and praise Him. One thing I know, yeah, that my God is awesome. If I'm weak, He strengthens you. If you praise Him, come on and praise Him.
It don't really matter what you say about me. It don't matter what you think about me. I'm built for it, put the weight on me. I know God made a way for me. It don't really matter what you say about me. It don't matter what you think about me. I'm built for it, put the weight on me. I know God made a way for me.
Yeah, when I didn't see a way. God told me to walk straight. Went through trials and tribulations, but I know that my God is there for me. We both have the same heart I see. I know what He instilled in me. He's always in the mix. God do not miss no His people. God made a blind man see. Jesus never not there for me. He's so special in every way. Never could complain no, cause God made a way for me. I don't care what you think, for sure. God is my only king. Shaddai, Lord, I worship your name, Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah. I know that my God is awesome. If I'm weak, He strengthens you. If you praise Him, come on and praise Him. One thing I know, yeah, that my God is awesome. If I'm weak, He strengthens you. If you praise Him, come on and praise Him.
It don't really matter what you say about me. It don't matter what you think about me. I'm built for it, put the weight on me. I know God made a way for me. It don't really matter what you say about me. It don't matter what you think about me. I'm built for it, put the weight on me. I know God made a way for me.
You're a humble servant. Finger roll on the devil like I'm George Gervin. I got in my own way and living in my purpose. But I'm sowing seeds. My soul will bleed. Get on my knees and I pray to the Lord. My faith is strong like I'm crashing the boards. Give Him all the praise when I get in that mode. Win more than I lose, but who's keeping score? I went from sleeping on the parkers to Grammy carpets. Granny told me I'm a prophet, so now I'm locked in. Changed my life, so I'm a target. Never watched this, dripping blessings like a faucet. Trending topic. Tapped into my faith, now I got plenty options. The pain I endured to get through them doors. When I speak with conviction, the strength is my core. I was reborn, you can tell by my aura.
One thing I know, yeah, that my God is awesome. If I'm weak, He strengthens you. If you praise Him, come on and praise Him. One thing I know, yeah, that my God is awesome. If I'm weak, He strengthens you. If you praise Him, come on and praise Him.
It don't really matter what you say about me. It don't matter what you think about me. I'm built for it, put the weight on me. I know God made a way for me. It don't really matter what you say about me. It don't matter what you think about me. I'm built for it, put the weight on me. I know God made a way for me.
I had to play that whole thing because that culminates that kind of piecing everything together, man. You know what I'm saying? From where you was there, you know what I'm saying, to right now, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's that, man. Just all of y'all got y'all man on there, Nobody fell short. No weak links. That whole joint was just. Please, Bird. Tell me how y'all put that together. Tell me how that came together, man.
Hey man, shout out to Big D, shout out to Burner, shout out to Miz. Those my dogs. Like, listen, man, like I had the idea, you know what I'm saying? I was listening to some Friday stuff and I noticed Friday had like them big hooks like that. And I've been riding them about coming back down from Charlotte. And I'm like, man, if anybody in the city who I can put this together. I already knew I was gonna do it with Miz and Burner. We've been already kind of playing around and kind of rapping and doing songs anyways. They kind of like my favorite artists down here. You know what I'm saying? Miz and Burner. So I already kind of know I would have did something with them, but I was like, man, who can pull the hook off? I'm thinking about all type of singing, think about C, think about everybody else, and something just from like Big D. So I said, boy, Big D can get the closest. I tell him my homeboy Rent, shout out the Rent. I just be like, boy, Big D can pull off that Friday sound for me. So, it been a little tug of war finally getting everybody, together. When I finally get everybody together, playing through some beats, you know what I'm saying, making beats here and there. I think this was like the second song. We already had wrote one, the second song. And I'm like, boy, this thing nasty right here, y'all, boy. So, man, we got in that studio. And man, Jordan, I put all us together, like all five of us, and stand by each other, and we say that it don't matter what they say about me. But I hear that thing back, I say, oh, we got one. So by the time we lay that thing down, I tell them, boy, I ain't faking y'all, boy. Like, we shooting a video next week. I'm like, man, stop playing, Berg. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing. I'm like, we shooting a video next week. Mind you, dog, we record that song maybe on a Thursday and Friday, dog. We been already with Stan the next Friday. That next Saturday morning in a week. Right after we finished recording that song in a week. Man, we did that. And I said, I'm going to drop it on my birthday. My birthday, November 20th. That's when it came out. You know what I'm saying? And the rest was history, bro.
Right. Wow, man. That's good. When it's meant to be, it's meant to be, huh?
Yeah, boy. I love that record right there. I love it.
That's a classic. I saw another one that you came right behind it. I like this follow up that you did, man. This joint right here. This definitely. This My God is awesome. This definitely was a good one too, man. Give me the rundown behind this while I'm setting this up for you.
I did that song when I was living in Charlotte. But I came to Jordan and I kind of was like, let me I wanted to put something. I was just going through some stuff at the time, you know what I'm saying? And my boy Stan had a special going on, like for the low. And I just feel like, man, you know what, man? Like, I think I released it a little too early, you know what I'm saying? Because they didn't get as much traction, but I know it's a powerful record, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna repackage it and pull it out, but I couldn't refuse the price Stan at that time, you know what I'm saying? That price he had. So I was like, man, I'm gonna just put the visual out, you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because I think he got like maybe 200 views and all that, but the MP3 got like 900 views. You know what I'm saying? Like on YouTube, but then of course on Facebook, he always get like 60, 70, 80, 90 likes and stuff like that. Like, but I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still learning the marketing. I was like, maybe I kind of pulled the trigger too quick, but I wanted to do something to keep my mind. I wanted to be productive that day, and that's the only song I had at the time. That before I even was working on the album.
Right. Like you said, but you still did what you were supposed to do, regardless. You caught that lick, you know what I'm saying? You saw Stan had the special. You like, man, I got something that I need to shoot, and I'm gonna throw it up there. Because I mean, one thing, the good thing about this new digital age is the promotion, because you can still post it. People might not see it now, but when the album start getting traction, they're gonna go back to check that because they got to, because it's on the project. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. So we're gonna check. We're gonna let them check this out right quick, Bird.
Hey yo, Bird.
Are you so awesome? Won't tell you I'm thankful. You are the one take them shots off my ankle. You round me up when I was feeling rankle, and when it was raining, a little more than a sprinkle. I know you with me when I'm in the valley. I know you with me when I'm in the alley. You made me strong like a Yukon Denali. Places be feeling like summer in Cali. Lord Jesus, I need you now. My head is heavy, but fit for a crown. I might just fall, but ain't staying down. But take me, Lord, with them demons round. My spirit and pieces, I need it together. I know it always won't be in this weather. Give me a blessing that's warm like a sweater. Praying for wisdom and living a little better. My God is awesome. He's so awesome. My God is awesome. He's so awesome. I am a warrior just like I'm Steph. You are the one that'll order my steps. Pass that to me, boy, get in that chair. Growing your feet is just like doing reps. Pass that to me if you wanna win. Remember that storms, the sink or it swims. Some people have played me, took that to the chin. It wasn't you, was the devil within. But give me, Lord, I gotta repent for the things I do and all the things I did. You sacrifice your son for us. He was the lamb that paid for our sins. Some days my head hurt, don't know if my legs work. Then I remember, you are the one saving life of a sinner. My God is awesome. He's so awesome. My God is awesome. He's so awesome.
Yeah, that's all.
That's hard right there, Bird. That's hard. That's hard right there. I could see it in your face, man. You feel some type of way about that one there. That's your baby right there. I know. I see it. I see it.
It's my baby, but he ain't got nothing on this next one that coming though. This next one.
So, have you shot a visual for this next one, or you getting everything together?
Actually, I'm in between the middle of maybe doing it next Friday. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to finish the album first, so I'm sitting at about 11 songs right now. You know, including them two, so 9 brand new songs and plus them 2 right there. So call From Pain to Purpose. You know what I'm saying? From Pain to Purpose. You know, so fire, bro. Fire, bro.
Man, I know it. I love it. I love it. So this is something that I want to know. Just listening to these songs, how does your faith inform your lyrics and melodies? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? How do you be so transparent with your with your life that you live in, and also incorporating your faith into the lyrics? How tell me how does that work with you, man?
Man, it's gonna sound crazy, man, but I got this little method. Like I'll be in here, and it's just this conversation I'll be having with God. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be, working on a beat. Might think of a hook, might think a little idea, and then like it's this spirit that just come. And like when he start getting a little too cool, I be like, all right, God, I've been waiting for you to come in here. I say it all the time. I know it sounds crazy, just be me and you, and I say it. And like when I really start getting in that bag, I say, all right, God. I think God, I promise you, he'd be out doing anything, and he'd be like, all right, the bird got going on right quick, and like I'll just be like, maybe struggling on the hook. The next thing I just start snapping for like 8 or 10 bars. Like, man, you hear the CD, like it just be like, I snap on the CD, like I really, and the production is going to trip you out because those are lighter productions, but like I got like bounce beats on there, like samples, like I got a Memphis beat. I got a song called "Rapping About God" on a trap beat.
Right.
Kids, I got man. I get wild on the CD right here, but I kept it.
I like what you're doing because even listening to you is different than the actual stuff that you would classify as a gospel rap or Christian rap. Because you don't want to put no label on that. Because I feel like this, I can talk about the same things. You know what I'm saying? Any rapper artist can talk about the same thing. So, but the way you bring it in, man, I think it's more digestible, especially for us that's, you know what I'm saying, that want to put that in our decks and rock. Because sometimes, it can come on too strong. You know what I'm saying, Berg? You know what I mean by that. You know what I mean?
And that was that's my job. You know what I'm saying? My purpose is to, you know what I'm saying, is to convert souls over. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't the preacher. I'm the link between the lost and getting them there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, like they gonna be riding to this Berg and be like, boy, this sound like that new little baby a little bit, but this Berg, you know, you seeing in Berg riding, Berg snapping. I ain't talking about nothing negative on there, you know what I'm saying? But I played around with other subjects far as, like I said, I got a song called Letter to My Bros. I got a song for my kids, Christian Kalani. Um, and I did one called Heartbreak Highway when I basically apologized to all the females I hurt and stuff like that. So I kind of played and everything. It was more emotional, motivation, motivational, spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Like I saying I played around in different areas just so I saying they get good different tastes, but nothing degrading at all. I ain't curse on it not one time. I did 11 songs without cursing. You know what I'm saying? Which I ain't gonna never curse on my music no more at all, anyway. So.
Right. So 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 you mentioned sobriety and health journeys, like I said, what we said earlier. So how has overcoming those personal challenges helped shape your music and your message that you're doing now?
It just I think it's my storms. I mean, those old storms what I'm saying? Like as you get better, your storms get bigger. And I think just to be able to be productive during my storm, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going through a little something right now, you know what I'm saying? And just to be able to you can either sit, you can sit and cry, you know what I'm saying, or you can really push. And that's where I was like, you know what, like, man, I'm about to push. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna sit right here. Like, I'm gonna make the best album ever under my circumstances right now. And like, I use my storms. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them Mary J. Blige type people. Like, you kind of push me a little bit type of way. You know what I'm saying? I'm a beast up. That's how my producer thing was. Like, man, when I first came out, nobody wanted to. I was the happy, lucky one to make beats with everybody, and I ain't throwing no shots at none of the producers, but they didn't really wanted to really collab with me and do like type of way. And when I feel type of way, you know what I'm saying, that Hurricane Bird Category 5 come through. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But now it's kind of more Christian beef. I'm not upset. It's more me versus the devil. I'm cool with everybody. These my brothers. I'm supposed to help them. But now it's me versus the enemy. You know what I'm saying? So now this is and me versus myself. You
Right,
know,
right.
like that's where I'm at now. So this season a little bit more personal, a little bit more serious.
Right. I can understand that. I definitely can understand that. And like you said, you've been on a ride, bro. I mean, we heard to the story, like you said, and that's probably not even a third, or, what I'm saying, of the like you said, the challenges and things that you've been through. But even what you've been through, what we heard so far, I mean, all like I said before, all these things culminate to where you at right now. All these things come together to put you in the mind state in the place that you at now, that's making this new Berg, on this new chapter that you at now, bro. And we all support you. I know I support you, man. I got love for you because I see the message and I see the place that you're going, and we need that, man, in our community, man. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? If
Thank
more than anything, you know what I'm saying? So me asking that, blending your artistry with ministry, what impact do you hope to have on the listeners and on our community?
I think honestly, they're just gonna enjoy it. Like, I was telling my partner today, I was like, man, like I want people to digest this like an audio book. I don't never have to go on stage. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't never like, like I'm going to put out music in the next like year, 2, 3. Like I'll be up like 5, 6 albums. And like at the end of the day, just picture how that could make me look, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm one of the only people down here like doing it far as how I'm doing it, you know what I'm saying? As far as mixing, they might say the beat might be a little secular or however they want to see. Like I'm really taking trap beats and more, it's a different sound. So like just to have that alone, think about when I get older, like 50 or 60, you know what I'm saying? What type of legacy that leave behind for me? You know what I'm saying? God,
Right.
I got these things on YouTube. I got 5 or 6 albums and I'm talking about God and I'm talking about positive stuff. Like it's gonna like put me to a whole nother level, and at the end of the day, like glorifying God. And then what's the better way to use your talent,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I couldn't answer that no better, bro. That's real. That's to the point. So
Yeah.
so I'm gonna go to the next step. Before I let you go, because I got just a couple more questions for you, man. So gonna look ahead to your next vision and your legacy. This is what I want to take it next to. You know what I'm saying? So as you integrating these messages into your artistry, like we just said, what's your vision for the upcoming year? You got any more albums, collaborations, any tours, anything you may be working with anybody else? You doing any I know you seen Burner. I know Burner, he on the same journey. I actually seen Lil C, he on the same journey. You know what I'm saying? I had a discussion with my wife. I said, man, a lot of these brothers, man, I see they turning it over, man. They on a different type journey, man. It's a new movement. Big D, you know what I'm saying? I definitely want to leave Big D. Who the young brother that was singing, you know what I'm saying, and spitting. What's the brother's name again? I don't want to mess his name up.
IOG man.
Yeah, most definitely. That brother, that man, he delivers both sides of the game. You know what I'm saying? But so is it? Or do you have any more plans to? Like I said, I know you may have some more features with them, but maybe collaborate them on some things. Maybe y'all put together something. You know what I'm saying? What's the? If you can give us a little a sneak peek, you don't got to give us everything, because I know you're working on the drawing board, but give us a sneak peek. What you got planned?
I think put this album out. I'm gonna see how they digest it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna be the start of putting this album out. Literally, the album probably out about 2 or 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And like and I think I'm going to open a lane that make it acceptable. I think there's a couple of people who might be timid. I don't know, like, because I was hearing a lot of people like, hey, man, you're going to get a little negative feedback and people might trip, but God protect me from that. I haven't heard one person, maybe like 1 or 2 people who might try to like crack little jokes or something like this and all that, but they can't start the movement. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I think this is going to really be like a movement, you know what I'm saying? Like a movement to the point that like people ain't really gonna want to hear that other stuff. Like they really gonna be like, yo, like this, not only them boy talking about some positive stuff, but them boy making this thing sound good. You know what I'm saying? They sounding better than what's going on right now in the industry and local wise. So it's like I think, as you know, my hands open, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if anybody want work, you know what I'm saying, work, like but I think this is going to open a lane where people who might want to who are spiritual and might have been a little more timid or might have felt like the city didn't support it. I don't mind putting it on my back and be the first person to go ahead and like pave the way a little bit so some people could follow, because I think there's way more people who actually probably wanted to do it, but they feel like it might fall on deaf ears, and I don't mind being a sacrifice for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pushing, like ain't nobody gonna switch me off what I'm doing right now. So I think I'm gonna open a lane that is going to be so lucrative money wise and so spiritual and so positive that which is going to switch the things going on. It's going to switch the energy.
I agree, and it's time for it, man. It's time for a new change in the environment. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? A new switch up and things. So,
Mm-hmm.
so let me ask you. So how do you after doing all of these things that you got going on, Berg? How do you want to be remembered, man? A producer, rapper, a faith-filled artist. You know what I'm saying? Something broader. How do you want your legacy to be remembered after all of these things that you've done? And to you, how do you want to be depicted?
And I'm down a legend, man. You know what I'm saying? Like how Boozy said, when I die, put my casket on doves. You know what I'm saying? Feel like, like that's how I going out. And I glad it's like this, because before, all the way up to this point, before I've been doing that, it would have been good still being at Mossberg, you know what I'm saying, with the club, records and doing all this. But this I can imagine when this all said and done, man, it's gonna be like, man, it's gonna be crazy, man.
Right.
Bulls, you change. This an energy changer. You know what I'm saying? This different. This ain't got nothing to do with live. Like people ain't even gonna know how to copy this. They ain't gonna have no choice but to just get down. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just, man, ain't nothing better, man. You glorifying God with your talent
Come
and
on.
it good. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Most definitely.
That's a no brainer for me. So I mean, of course I won't be a legend, but I still got them little boy dreams and want to get on. Like I'm trying to perform, and I feel like this my best shot. Like,
Yes, sir.
I'm saying this my best shot with this type of music right now. How I doing them? You know what I'm saying? You mixing God with the 808.
Right.
You
That's right. That's right.
I'm saying?
And it's like this then it should just not nothing that you faking jacks with is really how you living. That's how you really, you know what I'm saying? That's what make it so
Yeah.
good. You know what I mean? That's what make it special because if it was on some phony baloney, we'd be able to smell that. People would be like, it wouldn't even sound good. You could hear it, like you said, the energy and it wouldn't be right, man. But just the journey that you on, man, we know that you genuine with it, man. And that's the most important thing out of it all.
Yeah, because really once you really listen to this project, it's like more testimony. You know what I'm saying? You have some people who just super churchy with it, and I hate to say it like that, but
Mhm.
like a lot of people when they're on their lost journey and they want to get like to the next level, they want to be accepted for some of the things that they did. You know what I'm saying? Like they might feel like they done did so much dirt that God can't accept them, God can't love them. That's why I come in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're gonna have some people who might be too churchy and be like, oh bro, you've been wild and you've been doing all this and all that. Like you can't be saved, you can't change it up. And I hear like, hey bro, not only I telling you that you can, but let me tell you how bad I was. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
saying like that's my mission. I ain't saying my mission is to go how them boys see Jesus went with the prostitutes and all that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? With the who you think will be listening to my music? When people, you know what I'm saying, doing, after they, we do and all this and all that, and they be like, my soul feel heavy. Man, pump that bird. Kurt Franklin might be a little bit too far, but you reach right that time. I don't want to listen to Kurt Franklin. I want to listen to Berg. Bird talking about trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you think of it like that. That's the people I want to touch.
Right. That's real. That's real, Bird. That's real. That's real. And that's a divine mission right there. That's what
Right,
make it even better because you on a mission. You ain't like you said. You ain't just me throwing out CDs or saying I'm doing this. You actually on an actual mission. You know what I
right,
mean? So
right.
so so we touched you touched on it a little bit about like you were saying you don't want you want you to basically you want basically what you're doing to be an example for anybody else that may feel timid or I'm really sure about if I really want to go that route. So to take it a little further, what advice would you give young creators in Charleston, anywhere I mean, not just anywhere that's inspired by what you're doing to have to combine that passion and faith and artistry like you do? You know what I'm saying? What kind of advice do you have for
I think they take the time to get your mind clear. You know what I'm saying? Take some time and be by yourself. Get your mind clear. Believe in what you're doing. Um, Learn to take criticism, but also learn to stand on something that you want to do at the same time. You know, you got two ears and one mouth for a reason, so obviously you got to learn. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, um, that's a good question too. But consistency and
them?
purpose.
Right.
Purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is your purpose for it? Why are you really putting out this music? Or you doing here or wherever you're doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you ask me, like, what type of name you want to leave behind at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You just want to be one of these rappers out here. You just want to be that, or you want to be. I want my son and daughter when them boys come around, they be like, you Berg daughter, innit? You Berg son, like, hey, like, boy,
Right.
get fine back in school, boy. You know your daddy boy would have been, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I want my legacy to be so big that if my churn cutting up out here in their 20s and Lord bless if I go on or something like that, that people who ain't even ever met me respect me so much just for what I did, that
Yeah.
they'll show love to my people around me just because of
Right.
the that I left behind. That's when you really got love. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you see with my brother or wherever it is, and I'm like, boy, Berg, your people, boy, like, hey, I'm gonna do you a favor just because, hey, your people that helped me out one time. The music he been dropping bright, get me through a real hard time.
Yeah.
You
Right.
and so that's when you doing something, anything you doing, you got to think that big.
Mm-hmm.
My grandkids benefit off what I doing right now, and they ain't always got to be money, just off of movement, just
Movement. Right.
hey, power. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, mm. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope, Bird. That's a dope ass answer, man. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely dope. That's why I love you, Bird. You know what I'm saying? You always keep it real, bro. I can always say that. So Berg, what's left? What's left on Mossberg, Montana bucket list, professionally, spiritually, personally? You know what I'm saying? Give me something in there. You know what I mean? Like I said, and like I said, professionally, spiritually, personally. You know, not just music based. You know, give me what's left on your bucket list, brother.
I gotta get to the Grammys, man. Gotta get to the Grammys one way or another, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta, the world gotta know Charleston got something to say, man. I ain't it like that. Charleston got something to say, man. Charleston, one of the most talented people. We last, but like how in the Bible say last will be put first, man. I feel like Charleston got more talent than what's going on in the world, man. Like
Always.
it's just time for Charleston to and not knocking no surrounding areas, you know what I'm saying? But Charleston, North Charleston, Goose Creek, Somerville, Mounts Corner, like these, like man, these some talented behind people.
Yes,
We just
sir.
gotta just figure it out, you know what I'm saying, and get there, man. But Charleston gotta be known, man. We can't just be the number one, two, three best tourist city, like boy,
Right.
something to see.
hmm Right. That's right. That's right. And gotta have something to say. You know what I'm saying?
Got to, so yeah.
So we been on this thing, man. Shoot, look like hour and a half, or a little more. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it don't even feel like it, man. I love a good conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because we just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? You know what I
Great.
mean? But definitely a good ride. But I'm gonna ask one more question, man, before I let you go. You know what I'm saying? We gonna close it. So Mossberg. And this a heavy one. You know what I'm saying? So and I don't want you to think about this one now. So standing in that dimly lit studio where it all began, you know what I'm saying? How do you define success now compared to that 14-year-old boy that had that beat machine that you told us about earlier? What's the difference?
Because back then, and acknowledgement and honors, just a God to say good job, servant.
Mm, 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 mm,
And it's
mm,
simple. And
mm,
it's simple. I ain't hungry for the laugh like that no more. I was so hungry for that laugh, boy. Like I've been hungry for it. Like don't get me wrong, like, it's part of me, want to be out there, but it just something happened to me in the season right here, and I can't explain. Like it just man, I ain't kidding no more.
mm,
It's just the freest I ever been. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I can do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care if you like it or not. I dropping. you know, like I free. I
mhm.
free of trying to impress people, or free of just doing this or doing that, or just like man, I so far in my own lane right now, and I can't even tell you what's going on in Charleston music right now, personally.
I love it. I love it. I love it. A weight off your back, and that
Yeah,
and that make the creativity better. You know what I'm saying?
right. That Mossberg been a gift and a curse because I always felt like I had to be in the loop or and this and all that. Like now, I just man, I free, bro. Like I free.
I love that bird, man. I love that, man. And hey, on them words, man, I appreciate you coming through, man. You shared a lot with us tonight. You know what I mean? Definitely don't be no stranger, man. I love to have you back. You still got a lot more game to give. You know what I'm saying? I love you to come chop it up whenever you get a free time. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all don't know, man. I had to get hold of Berg. Now this Berg ain't no man that just coming through doing no interviews. Now don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all other podcasts, y'all gonna try to grab Berg and get him on the show. You know what I'm saying? But Berg a busy man. So I appreciate I was persistent on Berg. I told Berg in the groom, I said, I know I was aggravating you, Berg. You know what I'm saying? I said, but
No,
listen, I'm persistent. I'm gonna make sure I get my dog on there because I know you got a story to tell. It's interesting to me, and I know it'd be interesting to anybody else. And I'm part of the music scene, you know what I'm saying, as well. You know what I'm saying? Pitch Black, you know what I mean? So, I these guys that I'm bringing on the show, like I always tell them, is these are things that I dreamed about for years, putting together something like this, man, and linking people that be able to so they can tell their stories of people that I know, because y'all always were fascinating to me. The work that you did, you know what I'm saying, that we came together, we saw all these different things, you know what I'm saying. Rest in peace, Fat Boy. We lost a lot of soldiers along the journey, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean. So but like I said, I definitely appreciate you coming through, Berg, man, and it's always love. And like I always do on the show, man, I'm gonna give you the last word, brother.
man, listen, I'm saying with man, God get all the glory, and man, shout out to Eddie Dynamite for man put me on this platform and give me the opportunity to speak to y'all, man. Y'all support the brother, man. He doing something real good by bringing the people together. That's
Hey.
how I want to end it.
Hey man, I appreciate that, man. Hey, and y'all heard it from the man mouth, man. Y'all support the platform, like, subscribe. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, love your bird, man. Much love, man. Appreciate you, fam.
Love you too,
We
bro.
out. Peace.
All right.